Did there come a point where you're just like, you know what, put the ball in play, just make them have to make a throw?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, we try to do that all the time. But yeah, I mean, even more so tonight because it was tough. I mean, that ball took two hops. It was going to have water all over it. So, yeah, the guys were fighting hard to put it in play and make them make plays.
Did a lot of good things at 2 outs. I think 4 of your first 5 runs were with 2 outs.
I mean, and you know that. I mean, usually the team that's getting the 2-out RBI and stuff like that is usually the victor. That was them last night, and it was us tonight. So huge.
Morris had no one runs tonight. Talk about his performance.
I thought he was really good. Did his job, and that's exactly what he probably could have gone a little bit more. But that was my comment to him: was, hey man, you did your job. Let's turn it over the pen and stay fresh. So I thought he was outstanding.
You obviously got in some games. Just what did he do just to get out of some of those? What did he, you know, I guess do well once he put some guys on?
I thought he located his changeup and changed speeds and dropped his off-speed stuff in for strikes, which you know, allowed him to get out of really some big jams. Yeah.
Minnesota. First pitch, it was 44 degrees. What are some challenges with pitchers, and how do you kind of stay loose and stay warm while on the mound when it's so cold?
Those are the warmest guys ever. It's the guys with snot running out of their nose like me that've been cold all night. But the pitchers really the easiest guys to stay warm because they're active. But it's all us other guys that just got to stand around and try to stay warm that struggle on nights like this, and of course the fans. But I was happy. There's some fans that stuck around on 11:30, which is pretty cool too.
Just Ramos obviously came up with a couple of big hits, especially because the big one to kind of break it up a little bit. Just how important was he tonight?
He was our player of the game, and it was because of that reason. I mean, it was his hit that kind of got things going. And you know, but I'll still say it. I think we've been flat. I think we were flat yesterday, flat today, and I'm going to interpret that as our guys are maybe thinking about the postseason stuff. I'm not saying that's good, but it's just amazing to me that we're playing for an outright Big Ten title, and that's probably the most lethargic 2 baseball games we played all year. But maybe that's an indication of their mindset.
When you say flat, is that like a pregame mindset? You can just detect?
We're just, yeah. I mean, honestly, we weren't into it on the bench. We weren't into it. It's just a funny thing. That's what I said. I said, you know, it's. You know, we're on the verge of doing something really special, which is vying for a national seed. If our goal is to do what we say we want to do, which is play as deep as we can, not just get to Omaha, that's a key part of it. And we got to make sure that we understand that going into tomorrow's game. The conference stuff is put away. It's done. It's over. Can't do any more on that. But that game is an important game for the national seeding implications, so we're going to treat it that way.
How did, considering that, I mean, how do the guys react when they find, you know, when they find out Illinois wins? I guess. I mean, is that was it good, bad, or indifferent?
We were flat, and then we went to, I don't know what another word would take it to another level of flat. We went from this to almost like slap hat. I mean, it was just we were not concentrating at all, and that's my fault. We'll make sure that doesn't happen, but it was evident. You know, it's that fine line between wanting your guys to have some fun. They worked hard because. It's what we said. One of the hardest things to do in sport, or in life for that matter, is to do something that everybody expects you to do. So, you know, I don't want to make it a big negative. They did something that was pretty impressive. So maybe I should cut them a break a little bit and let them be slap happy.
Let's talk about, I mean, winning 20 games, never been done before here. I mean, just the significance of that.
Well, it's a standard. That's been the cool part is. With the last 2 years, these guys have set a lot of standards and hopefully passed on a lot of expectation and traditions for other teams to follow. So it gives the group in the future something to shoot for. But I've said it, this is a good baseball conference, and the fact that we picked off 20 wins in the regular season is remarkable. It really, I mean, some people may not think so, but I think so.
For Dustin, what do you think tonight?
I'm sorry?
For Dustin, what do you think tonight?
I didn't get that. I'm sorry.
For Dustin's performance.
Oh, Dustin DeMuth. Well, he got to me the separator hit too. I mean, it was big. Was that a 2-out hit too? Yeah, that was a 2-out hit too. The RBI was huge, and he had the error tonight, which is pretty uncharacteristic of him because he's been pretty locked down defensively. But we're still not rolling in the middle of that order, him included, so I'm hoping that we're saving some of those hits for postseason play. But steady performance for him as usual.